The Forgotten Room. Eleanor had never wanted to return to Blackwood Manor. The towering Victorian house had loomed over her childhood like a dark shadow, filled with echoes of the past and whispers of things unseen. But when she inherited the property after her uncle's sudden passing, she had no choice but to face the ghosts of her past. The house stood at the edge of town, surrounded by overgrown trees that clawed at the windows like grasping fingers. The once grand halls were now covered in a thick layer of dust, and the air smelled of decay and forgotten memories. As Eleanor walked through the dimly lit corridors, memories flooded back, some warm, others laced with an unshakable dread. She remembered the warnings from her uncle. Never open the door at the end of the east wing. As a child, she had been too afraid to question why. But now, standing in front of the very door she had been forbidden to open, she felt an overwhelming pull. The brass doorknob was ice cold, and as she turned it, the hinges groaned in protest. The room was dark, the air thick with a stifling presence. The only light came from the dim hallway, casting eerie shadows that danced along the peeling wallpaper. A large, ornate mirror stood against the far wall, its glass smudged and cracked. As she stepped inside, she felt it, the suffocating weight of something unseen. A whisper, soft yet urgent, brushed against her ear. "You shouldn't be here." Eleanor spun around, heart pounding, but the room was empty. She turned back to the mirror, and that's when she saw it. A figure stood just behind her, its face obscured by the darkness. Its breath was ragged, its posture unnatural. She whirled around, but nothing was there. The whisper came again, closer this time. "Leave." Panic surged through her, and she stumbled backward, knocking into the mirror. It toppled forward, shattering into countless shards. And in that moment, the room seemed to come alive. The air grew thick, the walls trembled, and a sound, a guttural, inhuman wail, filled the space. Eleanor scrambled to her feet and ran, slamming the door shut behind her. The house shook, the light fixtures flickering wildly. Then, as suddenly as it had started, everything went still. She never opened that door again. And from that night on, she could swear she heard scratching sounds coming from behind it, growing louder with each passing day.